Alright guys, Puka back for another video here. And cast with box. And we got the fanfare playing. You know what that means? I know what it means. It means some awesome more Broodor action from the Shimmy Rush Week Round of 16 Group E Finals. Spawning in the bottom left as the white Zerg, it will be Dyslexic, and his opponent will be the purple Protoss mmahirr. And box, you have something to say?
I don't know. I'm loving these PvZs.
But you said it was your favorite matchup, if I recall.
I would say it's like my favorite-ish matchup. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with, I haven't seen many Reaver play, though. I'm really disappointed in that. I really love, Reaver play, but, I mean, there's a lot of micro to it, and there's a lot of, you know, if you don't do it one split right, you can totally, like, swing a game in your favor. So, I mean, this is one of those matchups I really like.
Yeah, Corsair Reaver is a viable build. It's really micro-intensive. There was it J-Star that did in the Chinese OSL, I think? No. That was a show match. I saw some PvP uses Reavers as well. PvP, Chinese PvP, in the OSL, Chinese OSL, if you ever want to reference that. They have Reaver, they use Reavers a lot, Matt.
I heard PvP is literally Reaver Dragoon versus Reaver Dragoon. And that's all it is.
There's Zealots in the mix, and Archon. But yeah, generally just gateway-centric units, yeah. Something you can... No, you don't get Dark Archon for that, no. Yeah, it's mainly... What?
Definitely no use in, Dark Archons in that matchup.
No, I'm thinking Dark Archon...
You can't use Maelstrom, you can't use... Really, Mind Control's useless too. Unless you're like taking their own Archons. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the new meta. I don't know.
Well, feedback, I guess, could happen, but that's when you get really fancy. You never really use Dark Archons unless you're really fancy. You could see it in this game though. You normally get really fancy with the Dark Archon. It normally means that you're getting really, really fancy. And what is this drone doing? Apparently he's gonna drone scout and send... Well, this is odd. Zergs don't tend to drone scout on a map of this. He may go for a gas deal, yeah. Gas deal, probably. Gas.
Yeah.
Maybe. Nope, he's not gonna get the gas deal.
No, he wasn't able to.
Well, I
don't... Yeah, he's taking an early third at least. We know that much. I think he was just scouting to see if there's going to be any like early pressure, you know, like early 2-gate expand or something.
Yeah, but
you know, changing it up.
The Overlord got at the same time that base started with the drone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the drone and the Overlord got sight of the natural right away. I guess if like the main was different. And by the way, that is not a tight wall off. It may look
Definitely
tight.
Not tight.
It may look tight.
It's not.
The gate in minerals should be tight, but the forge and gate isn't tight, and I don't think the... And also the pylon with anything except for Citadel, I believe it's never tight, so...
Yeah, that drone went right through the pylon and forge, so definitely not tight either.
Yeah. I don't know, did he... I guess it was just like 12 pool, or 12 hatch into 12 pool into... Whatever the timing for the third hatch is.
He did an early hatch into the third, and I think he got a pool in between the second and third.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's pretty standard. Yeah. And I think he got the layer on the natural. No, he got the layer on the main. Okay, so three hatch layer into 5 hatch Hydra maybe. Looks like the course of action right now. And of course he can get Lurker if he wants to. He could try to do 4-base Turtle Zerg. This isn't the best map for it. In match point, though, mmahirr might have an advantage on this map. Partially because if he can get to a mid-game stage where Zerg, or late game, where Zerg is starting to really need a lot of gas, Protoss will be okay, because if they can get up that third base in the bottom right-hand corner, Zerg doesn't really have a lot of options to take a lot of bases. They have the left side part of the map here. Mineral onlys are fine for Hydralisks, but for that late game comp for, you know, ZVP, you really want to get, you know, Ultras, Defilers, maybe even Greater Spire Tech if it really calls for it. But there's really the only other viable, like, gas base would be the one right next to your main, or the left or right of it. But even this base right here, for whatever reason, is just rarely taken, very hard to hold in games. But yeah. And I'm also seeing, what are we seeing? Stargate? We're seeing two Stargate. No, we are seeing, okay, no, we're seeing dual Stargate.
He only has 2 gateways and a Stargate. No, he's going double Stargate, definitely, yeah.
He's really committing to Corsair this game. You may see your Corsair Reaver. This high of a command of Corsair, it will give him complete air control. I mean, that's for sure. Does it?
I mean, I guess what he's thinking is that since he walled off the front, that the Zerg will try to do, like, you know, like a muta harass a lot of it, you know, like overcommit with it. He's trying to counter that, like, blindly, I guess, is what his mentality is. But he's not.
Well, the Corsair's not killing off Overlords right now, but he does scout the top left-hand Expo. But Hydras are going to be out soon. Once he puts down the Hydra Den.
He's got a Spire, and he's actually spawning mutas right now.
Well, this is actually looking very good for mmahirr right now. I mean, it might have been purely a blind counter because, I mean, being from a casting standpoint, either, I mean, Spire, an early Spire could be either purely for Scourge or Mutalisks. Generally, it's for Scourge, but if Dyslexic's gonna need incredible splitting to really hard counter Corsair. But he's gonna have at least 7 Mutalisks out by now. He has 8 Mutalisks out on the field, guys, compared to to 5 Corsair, but those 5 Corsair can easily. If you can
actually, there's some harass with Zealots up on the top left base.
Oh yeah.
If you didn't notice that, he was trying to take out the Sunken, and then he went for drones, and then went back to Sunken. Not sure who's gonna win here. It's probably gonna be the Sunken. Yep.
I think if he actually attacked the Sunken, he would have been okay. And we're having a lot. This natural is actually.
Just get a harass. Yeah, it's done a lot of probes. He did not expose their position. That's the importance of positioning. And now he's gonna lose, like, maybe after this drone.
These Mutalisks are so fast and so mobile. Oh, the Scourge! Ow! Oh. But that's so many Corsair, though.
I mean, he did the damage he needed to in order to make his mutas even worth it. And now he's just gonna, you know, try to drone up a little bit, and then just, if he tech the Hydras, he would automatically win this game.
Yeah, because...
I mean, he's doing a Carapace, and I'm still not seeing a Hydra Den, though.
Yeah, and this is the interesting thing, though. It's... I mean, with Mutalisks, you can get away with just massing the things. Like, you can get away by doing that. Corsair, like, you can cripple your opponent, but you have nothing to, like, finish them off with. And if you just look at the tech right now, this Citadel is just finishing to warp in. I mean, he's not going to have speed lots or anything. I mean, he has, what, like, 3 speed lots in his whole base? I mean, not that many things. And Scourge hits still continuing to happen on the Corsair right here. mmahirr is having a little bit difficult time with this. But yeah, like you were saying, though, we should have a Hydra follow-up, and he could easily just wreck the front door of this mmahirr right now.
If you actually notice, he's actually getting melee upgrade, which is really confusing to me.
He may just mass Ling. That can also work.
I mean, from what he's been seeing, even last game he saw, like, he's out heavy pressure. And, I mean, I don't see why, like, you would try to be like, oh, I'm gonna do the same thing again, and then, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
he had a whole bunch of Hydra. That was the only reason he won against that Zealot, you know, High Templar. But if he's going Ling, I mean, he's gonna have trouble against that same comp that he just faced last game.
Yeah, the issue though is that he doesn't have that tech out. I mean, just finishing up Templar Archive, and he's only off of 4 gates right now. I mean, last game he pumped up to 8 gates production off of 2 base, which was all in. He's not gonna have nearly that production. Well, he may just go into all-in mode because he's contained moderately. I mean, even though there's only 2 links out. I mean, there's really nothing like setting up mmahirr to be contained right now. But I mean, if you look at the purple on the map, there really is only like the Corsair roaming around, maybe picking up a few Overlords here and there, and the couple Zealots that are looking like he's gonna take an Expo here. All right, it's not bad. I like that. I like that. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. This is gonna be painful. These Corsair are gonna go run into 2 Spores with a lot of Mutalisks right here. I don't really know how this engagement's gonna go. Does depend on the splitting, and that's so many Corsair with +1.
The only problem is though that he gives the Zerg enough time to even, you know, get the base defenses. That's what you're not supposed to let him do. You're supposed to catch him off surprise with the Corsair. Eventually the Corsair just fall off because they'll get, you know, defensive, yeah, or they'll get the unit counted for it.
Well,
he's also just letting these Spores just, you know, whale him down even.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go in there and just kill some Overlords. I mean, it has moderately supply blocked. I mean, yeah, that's gonna send him over 81 over 61. We have more Meatless Harass on the natural. That's painful to watch. So he's not mining off of more than 1 base really, like half the time. He's now going into the main base right here. Now again, this map isn't even like super special for Meatalists right now, but it's just somehow Dyslexics finding these openings when the Corsair aren't around, and they just kind of go in there, do some damage, and run away. Too bad Corsair weren't faster than Meatalisks, but I guess they're not.
They're, I believe, the same exact movement speed when I'm walking.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate.
It looks like mmahirr is definitely just gonna rush that top left, try to take out that third. The only thing he can really do, but there's 2, 3, 4 Sunkens, and he can definitely reinforce with some lanes if he really wanted to. And he's definitely got those mutants to help. I don't think he's being able to do anything
here. Yeah, 4 Sunkens, with like a little Sim City right there. I mean, it's not the best, but yeah. I mean, he did kind of the best follow-up to it. He just said, well, I'm looking at your bases, you don't have any. If I just turtle up and make sure I'm a base ahead of you, I can definitely win this game. Yeah, these Zealots are actually being aggroed to the Spore, or he's aggroing them to the Spores, which is, I guess, to help out the Corsair, but the main, I mean, he's just like bend over, picking off Overlords, I guess. Oh, and the other, oh, DTs is what he's trying to save. Okay, so he's trying to go DT Corsair, I think is what he wants to go. But that is so many Mutalisks on screen. That's 22 meters, now with 3 Corsair left. And they have +1 Carapace. That's a lot of Mutalisks. mmahirr just GG's. Okay, well, he held his own. He got, I think it's safe to say he got a little outplayed this series, but at least he tried. He tried nonetheless. Okay. Well, that's gonna end Group E, guys. We'll be back momentarily. If you're watching on YouTube, this is gonna be the end of Group E finals.